Everything is going well. What about you?
Same here. Everything is fine, and nice to see you after so long.
Thank you.
How are you?
Yes, ma'am, I'm so happy. Thank you for accepting my invitation.
You're welcome. It's my pleasure to have you here. Actually, it was really difficult for me to take time today, and during these days, I can say these days my kids are at home, and then it's holy holiday, so it's really
Yeah,
difficult to manage some time out. But then I thought, let's do it.
you. It's my honor. Yeah, so ma'am, so we are meeting very long time. So let's choose each other, right?
Yes, yes, sure, sure. So, do you want me to go first?
Yes.
Okay, so my name, you already know, I'm Sunita Rawat, and I'm from a beautiful state, Uttarakhand. I'm a mother to two boys, and along with this, I run a YouTube channel named Sunita's English Adventure, wherein I meet new people every day, almost every day. I love engaging in conversations with them. Apart from this, I sometimes post vlogs on my channel, English vlogs, and some solo content as well. So I completely love my channel. I like posting videos. I like to record myself and represent myself in front of people. So this is me. And these are my hobbies only that I'm following. And apart from this, I provide spoken English classes to beginners. So that's pretty much about me.
Wow, that's wonderful, really. So
Oh,
okay, it's
yes.
my turn. So
Mhm.
yeah, this is Chandan. I live in Bihar state, and professionally, I'm a teacher in a primary school. And if I discuss about my hobbies, so I love to interact with the new people and traveling different places. Yeah,
Mhm.
a part of my hobbies. So yeah, that's all about me.
Amazing. So are you at home today or you're in school?
No, holiday is going on for 2 days,
Okay.
today and tomorrow. So that's why still I'm free.
Mm-hmm. Very nice, very nice. So Holi is just around the corner. Tomorrow is Holi. You're celebrating tomorrow or today itself?
No, tomorrow I will celebrate.
Okay. So what are the plans?
Yeah, as usual, having different preparations included
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, I will have gulal colors.
Mm-hmm.
So these
Right.
are there tomorrow
Yes.
for celebration.
I think boys enjoys more than girls on Holi. Like they are so thrilled about this Holi festival, and this is one of the festivals that they enjoy most, right? Apart from Diwali, Diwali and
Yes.
Holi are their favorites. What about you? What is your favorite festival?
Yeah, my favorite festival is Diwali and Holi. Both of yes.
Okay, okay. That's great to know. Okay, so what all things you have been into these days? Anything new in your life?
Uh, yeah, not anything very specific as
Mm-hmm.
usual. But I also love to interact with the new personalities and with experienced personalities like you.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, ma'am.
That's great. And I have been noticing that you have been connecting to different kind of people. So, do you think it has changed your perspective towards life or towards seeing other things around you? Do you think when you
Uh,
meet people, you're able to change your perspective or at least introspect on your perspective?
yeah, of course, ma'am. Of course, I realized a little bit changing inside of me
Mm-hmm.
while the different personalities. Because after connecting with different personalities, we are going to being influenced and
Right.
affected through their vibes and
Mm.
different parents. So yeah, it's really impact overall personalities of the being who have been connecting regular basis.
Right, right.
Yeah,
I completely agree to that. Even same is the case with me. Whenever I meet any new people, any new person, then we learn some or the other thing from them. At least we gain some perspective, we pick their brain. If you are meeting any elderly person, then there is a lot to learn from them. Not only just English, but about their life experiences as well. So it's a great way to learn things when you meet people, when you have conversations. And I feel conversations are the great way to learn English. right?
Yeah.
Otherwise, you are into your own shell, you're reading, you're watching content, but if you will not have conversation, you'll not be able to express yourself. You have a platform where you can express yourself, right?
Yeah, and I think another benefit are you going to have what you experience for entire life. Okay, and if
Mm-hmm.
you having convenient person with whom you interact, you highlight your opinions internally. So this is a better
Definitely.
way of manifesting your ideas, your
Mm,
experiences, and people will
definitely.
love to listen you, right? So this kinds of
Mm-hmm.
content be there inside of you. Yeah, if I say anything, the people instantaneously listen to me with carefully,
Definitely.
right?
Definitely. And it's a good thing for housewives as well. A best thing, I would say, because they are confined to the four walls of their houses. They don't meet people much, they don't go outside often. So, by sitting at home itself, they are meeting the world, right? Anytime, whosoever they want to connect with, they can simply connect and have conversations. So, it's the best way.
Yeah, you can say this is called uh, the one step, move ahead the one step towards the life,
Definitely.
towards the new
Definitely.
zone, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because what I personally consider being a housewife has a limited criteria where they can expose self. But through this way, they can connect with different personalities. They
Mm-hmm.
can commit different steps
Right,
towards
right.
that. People will listen their anxiety, their complication, what he suffer internally, but they are
Mm-hmm.
not being highlights surrounding their people more than
Mm.
others, right?
Definitely. So, do you think exposure in life is very important to
Yeah.
just proceed with a good quality life?
Especially what I personally believe, exposing yourself, that is when you are going to out of your comfort zone. Okay. You are going to experiencing something new. That is very imperative for you to grow your life, your futures, and your potentials,
Hmm.
limitations. This is the way you can extend. So
Right. And you
expose,
get to know about your capabilities also.
yeah. So that's why exposing yourself it is very imperative for every individual's life. You are going to
Def-
learn the manner of discussing anything with the people, right?
Right.
This will
Definitely.
help you develop confidence level also.
And from my own experience, I can tell you that when I was working, I was a completely new person, completely different from today what I am. So that time I had a lot of exposure. I was meeting new people. I was meeting, board of directors. I used to be in the meeting and write MOM of the meetings. So there was a lot of exposure wherein I was learning new things. I was representing myself to the company and the employees. So that was a great experience for me. And I learned a lot and I developed my personality as well. But
Yeah,
when, there was a sudden shift in my kind of routine that I was completely at home after that when I conceived my baby. So I was completely at home for a good time. So my personality completely changed. I became again timid and reserved and introverted because I was having no one to share my thoughts with. Everyone is busy in their lives, right? Even if you lean on your partner or maybe on your friends, but then also they will not be able to provide you a good time, like whenever you need to have conversation. You're free all the time but they are not, right? Like everyone is busy in some or the other thing. So for that, exposure is important, I feel so, to develop as a good personality and have a good quality life. Everyone is living, but yes, someone is living just for the sake of survival and others are living just for the fulfillment also, right?
yeah, ma'am, you're right. But somewhere it is very imperative for you to take a space of your
Hmm.
personal, and somehow you're being compelled to the situation, right? And stucking at the limited, criterias where you
Hmm.
have to realize what kinds of experience you are going to learn in that
Right.
situation.
Experience
Because,
matters a lot.
yeah, because what you earn by exposing yourself that time, that is a different. And now what you learn, that is a
Hmm.
different. So having multiple experience, this is a really
Hmm.
help you at every situation.
Mm. And this is one of the ways to influence your kids or people around you. They get motivated, inspired from you. They see that like Sunita or I forgot your name. I'm sorry.
And Chandan.
Like you've changed your Chandan, yes. Earlier you had another channel English with Chandan and then you changed the name. You changed the channel or you changed just the name?
I changed my name only.
Okay, 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 got it, got it. So yes, like people actually look up to you when they see that Chandan is experiencing with different things, experimenting with different things, and he is having a lot of experience in life. So they learn from you, they get inspiration. So somehow you're inspiring people around you, you're influencing them. So that's the great way.
Yeah, you're right, ma'am. And whether we want or not, but destiny will bring us that levels,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
Because
Right,
becoming human has the purpose of life. Who
definitely.
came into this world, they have a purpose, and whether they want to learn or not, but their situation, their destiny, brought them to that level. To
Destiny. Yes, opportunities, I would say, not like I would like to better call it opportunity, that opportunity will always knock your door, but it's totally depend on you whether you want to take it up or not. If you are lazy, you'll not be able to see that opportunity, but if you're so active, so ambitious, then you'll not leave any stone unturned. You'll try to grab each and every opportunity.
yeah, and I want to highlight my opinions over lazy person.
Hmm.
Only those kinds of personalities who are going to be lazy because they are quite confused into their life. They do not have the clarity about
Hmm.
life, about destiny, or about anything. Right?
Hmm.
So
Definitely. When you talked about clarity of life, so I feel it's really very difficult to answer. Like for people like us, those who are, trapped in this materialistic world. So it is little difficult to be clear about life, clear about purpose. Are you clear about your purpose of living this life? Because I'm
no,
not.
I think it's very difficult to have clarity because you are living in a quite influencers zone. You can say like
Hmm.
distractions. We are going to have a lot of distractions. It's very difficult to have your own clarity towards your
Hmm.
life because
Hmm.
we are being able to control our emotions towards any matter, right? So we have to learn
Right.
many.
Hmm. I have experienced this recently that earlier I had an impression that we should be happy all the time. And even when situations are difficult, then also we should be resilient. But it's easier said than done because I had faced worse situation of my life lately. And then I realized it's easy to say that we should be happy all the time, but you can't when you face such situations, right? So
Yeah,
your perspective changes over time, depends on the kind of situations you are into. So that is why I'm saying that clarity is not there. Those who are away from materialistic world, right, they have detached themselves from the materialistic world, they are definitely clear because they are just into spirituality and they just have to follow the spiritual path only, so they are so clear about it. But I think we can't be so certain about it.
yeah, ma'am, you're right. But
Mm.
it's okay until and unless we must get reach that level, right?
Right,
We
right.
have,
Let's see when we'll reach that level. And there
yeah.
is a long life ahead of us, so definitely we'll seek for the wisdom. And that wisdom we can get from people when we meet elderly people, right? From their experiences. What according to you is the best way to gain wisdom? Like reading books, reading spiritual books, or listening to spiritual speakers, or sitting with elderly people. What do you think? What's the best way?
As far as my knowledge, ma'am, is the best way of learn these are things from your situations because situation is the way of analyzing like what is the actual things, like that is very important to learn. Situation has taught you every time, okay,
Mm-hmm.
give you proper explanations, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Book, if you go through the book, so you will have only the perception of people, but you are not going to have the practical, act,
Mm-hmm.
things. But what you learn from your situation, that will be the practical and clear for you, right? So it is very
Right.
important to learn from your situation than any materialistic or books or
Mm-hmm.
etc. Right?
Mm-hmm. Right, I understand what you said, but there is this other saying that we should learn from others' experiences so that we would not repeat the mistakes that they have made. Like we can learn from them and then we can apply it to our situation. And definitely, whatever situation we are into, we learn something. And then somebody else can learn from us that if they face similar kind of situation, so they have to avoid these things.
Actually, my concern, like what we learn through the books, that that is their situation for others. What he
Hmm.
suffered for entire life, what he put out over the book.
Hmm.
So we are learning the somebody's situations, hard, you know,
Hmm.
time.
Hmm.
So
Right.
we are the and we have the habit of resonating our
Hmm.
country that people. Okay. So it's a very it's an obvious thing. Some of points it must match to that person, but
When
there
you
is
can
no
resonate.
yeah, but there is no certainty. Each situation it must be similarity of them, right?
Hmm.
So according to me, you are going to learn plenty of experiences and knowledge from your own situations because your situation is it would be quite different more than others and any books
Hmm.
person.
That's true. But all in all, I feel that 80% situations are same for everyone. Everyone
Yeah,
in the world is facing those 80% similar kind of situations, right? Exceptions are also there.
yeah,
So,
that's
yes,
the
we can learn from each other.
that's the reason Santh are always taking too much benefit from all the I mean human beings. I mean normal human beings because
Mm.
they are already aware the each of them have the similarity, similar issues.
Mm.
So it's
Right.
very easy to resonate and
Mm-hmm.
passing relevant statements regarding any matter to normal persons, right?
And if you'll keep this aside also, it is said that this Srimad Bhagavad Gita has the crux of life. Like whatever difficult situations you are into, you can get the solutions in that book. Have you read ever this book,
Uh,
Bhagavad
no,
Gita?
no, not
Not
yet.
yet.
No.
I tried reading once, but the language is kind of high level language, like advanced level language. So that is why I was or not able to understand much. But I was looking for a simpler copy of it where I could understand. And I used to watch YouTube videos as well where they are providing the summary or they, make videos in a nutshell about Srimad Bhagavad Gita only. So I try to watch that.
Yeah, I think book is quite wide and fit. It's very difficult to complete that book with
Right.
very period of time because
Mhm.
it will make you little bit lengthy while
Hmm.
reading. That
That's a very thick book. But
yeah.
when you are so determined for reading that book, then only you can read. Otherwise, you leave in the middle.
Yeah, you are right. And little
Mhm.
bit knowledge also matters. If you have the plenty of knowledge regarding languages, like
Hmm.
stuff, what a step through has been written, that book. So that would be very convenient for you to understand. Otherwise, you
Hmm.
have to go on Google multiple times to getting the meaning of words, right?
Definitely. Right, right, right. So
So,
this brings up the question
yeah.
that I have noticed that people often turn to spirituality when they face grief in their life or when they see any bad times in their life, then only they shift to spirituality, or then only they go for books like Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Otherwise, they are good to go. They don't worship God, or they just do some rituals, or they'll just go like this only. So, have you ever seen such people or such instances where people only shift to spirituality in case when they are facing grief or worse situation?
Usually it is happening everywhere. When the people start feeling insecurity,
Hmm.
okay, when then it happens. They have a personally belief I indulge myself into spiritual things. So my day will be start going I mean, my day will be start going well. This is a
Hmm.
belief people inside, right? That's the
Right,
reason
right.
we try to indulge self. And
Hmm.
part of another, I want to mention major, prominent reasons to indulge self into this, because some of individuals have the blind belief since their
Hmm.
child because they are being influenced by their parents, yeah, some relatives, yeah, family member. Due to that reason, they early indulge self into this. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So these are major reasons I would say, and some of the reasons I would like to mention, like after crossing, I mean, limited age, I would say, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
30, 45. So over that stage, they got to learn. I mean, they just received a lot of experiences and maturity. So due
Mm-hmm.
to have maturity, they will make their people quite calm and composed internally, and they have a little bit clear visions. Yeah, I have crossed this
Mm-hmm.
level. Now chance comes to indulge in a spiritual thing, so that will be very convenient for me in future. So
Mm.
these reasons mostly behind the people.
Definitely. And spirituality, meditation, and all these practices can help your mind keep calm, right? And that's what we need because our mind is so running, like running on a hamster wheel, completely, it's always rushing to or always thinking about some or the other thing, always busy. So meditation can help you to keep your mind calm, and spirituality can also help you in some solutions about your problems. So definitely one should go for spirituality, or everyone should go for spirituality, right,
Uh,
to the extent they can.
yeah, you are right. But you know it. But before having self in a young age, they have
Mm-hmm.
a competitions between the different kinds of personalities. That's the
Mm-hmm.
reason they do not have that much focus over these part of things, right?
Mm. Mm. Initially, children also get influenced by their parents or the practices that have been, happening at their home. So they get influenced, but after some time, they get busy with other things like studies and then extracurricular activities and all that. So sometimes they forget about all the practices that they have been doing for years, right? But again, with self-realization, they start, right,
Yeah,
after certain age, like in their early 30s, or maybe in their twilight years, people when they, when they are living the last years of their life, so they lean on spirituality, right? And that it's a good way because it keeps you away from that depression, anxiety that people often face in their last years of life.
yeah, you can say, ma'am. But realization has no specific time, period. And at any
Hmm.
of time, you can start realizing. Okay,
Definitely, definitely.
it's depend on your life situation. Like,
Hmm.
right? I mean,
Definitely.
age doesn't matter. What I personally consider,
Hmm. I agree to that. I agree to that. Okay,
because
great.
especially in this time, you will have a lot of you will have lot of species, of a very small kids. As
Hmm.
I've seen so many small kids have a very blunder words and a statement regarding
Hmm.
life. So it's a proper, it's a prominent example of like there is no need to reaching out on certain age to realize these
Mhm.
kinds of maturity and experiences. Your
Mm,
it depend on your situations of life, right? What type
right.
you are in there.
Definitely. I've seen some children get really mature so early in their life because of the situations they are facing in their family. So, definitely, I agree to your point that there is no age to self realize about the spirituality or the other things about the life lessons you can get in any of your ages.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am. So,
Oh. Mm-hmm.
ma'am, I have one question regarding English. Like
Mm-hmm.
nowadays, I'm little curious. What do you do for enhancing your experiences and expanding the level of your spoken English? Say something about.
Mm-hmm. I feel that it's been around 6 to 7 months now that I've been practicing English on everyday basis. So this is the level that I wanted to be at. So I'm quite content about it, and I don't want to indulge myself into English much from now onwards because I have achieved the level that I wanted. I wanted to be comfortable talking to people no matter who is in front of me. So I wanted to be comfortable with it. I don't want to be nervous talking to people. I want to be expressive. Whatever is there in my mind, it should be on my mouth in a very elegant manner or the manner that I want it to be. So I feel that I've reached that level. So these days, whenever I feel this video is interesting, so I watch it. Otherwise, I don't. So earlier I was doing that. I was intentionally watching English content. I was intentionally reading English books and intentionally making conversation even when I don't feel like, right? So now I do it as per my mood, because I've already mentioned that I'm kind of mood driven, and I also get bored after some time doing the same thing again and again on everyday basis. So I get bored after some time, but still I want to continue with the conversations for my YouTube channel, because I created this YouTube channel casually, but now I definitely love it because of the support, and because of the money I'm getting from it. So I want to continue it. So that is why I take up conversations, and definitely I love talking to people. But for improving my English, I'm not seeking for improvement, but whatever new words I come across, I'm able to pick those words and apply in my speaking with the ease now. I need not to put much effort, so I'm not doing anything extra. Apart from that, I have inculcated reading habit recently. So I'm reading Sudha Murthy's book. So I am now enjoying it. I'm not consciously doing it, but I'm trying to enjoy like whatever I like. So
Yeah,
I feel that when you reach that certain level which you want to be at, then you can do whatever you want, right?
yeah,
When you, achieve your goal.
yeah, you're right, ma'am. Of course, inculcating as a habit of reading, it's a really very, very important for every person, whether
Mm-hmm.
they are learner or not, it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is that little bit, difficult for everyone because
Mm-hmm.
having, limit, I mean, completed experience about the word and sentences, right?
Mm-hmm.
Due to that reason, they are having kinds of, problems and they live.
Right.
They are unable to change their interest with them.
Right, right. So because they haven't achieved the goal they want, right? So till the time you achieve that goal, you have to keep on running, you have to keep on improving and progressing day by day. I feel that I have achieved that, so I don't do it much now. But definitely you have to be consistent about it. If I'll completely leave English, then I'll forget it. If I'll completely leave the practice, then I'll definitely fumble after some time. So I have to be consistent with it. But now it's easy for me to learn things, to learn new things, to apply. And now, whatever video, maybe it can be from native also. If I like, I'm able to understand at least 90% of it. So that's the good thing. Earlier, I was not able to understand.
Yeah,
So that's the good shift in my life. And
yeah,
I'm trying to acquire new skills. I want to do something new, interesting.
yeah. I often like your way of talking, and you have a really, ma'am, great accuracy. The way you speak, the word you have mentioned in your conversation, it
Hmm.
things are very accurate with the
Thank
grammar.
you so much. I feel
And,
that it comes from
uh,
podcast when I watch podcast. So I pick up words from there, functional words.
yeah, of course, ma'am. Yeah, taking words from other part of things, it's okay. But it is the art of you, like how you utilize such a vocab in a different way in your
Hmm.
conversation. It really matters.
Right, right, right. Definitely. We should know how to apply whatever you've been learning. Otherwise, you can learn a list of words, but there is no use when you're not able to implement it or apply it in your speaking.
Most of the learners have been suffering through the only the one problem. They are unable to recall vocabulary because
Hmm.
not having relevant situation. When the situation has a demand of relevant words in order to create sentence. Right.
Mm-hmm.
But
Right.
they would never try to effort, put effort to focus what he learned, try to
Mm-hmm.
relevant topic, you know, uh,
Mm.
taking into their conversation. They would never ever try. They
Mm.
they are always try to do the normal conversation, limit
Hmm.
conversation. Right.
Yes.
So
Yes, yes. They don't want to get out of their comfort zone.
yeah,
Hmm. Right, right.
personally, ma'am, what I personally consider, what you experience, yeah, what you learn, you try to mention that kinds of things. So it will help you to create sentence, and that is called improvement. Not by
Hmm.
repeating the multiple sentence what you repeat many times with the co-learners. Right.
Hmm. Right. Depends on your urge to learn this language, and how much interested you are into this language or how curious you are about this language, then only you can learn. Otherwise you can't. Otherwise you'll feel like I've learned two words today and I have to use this only and that's it. But if you're curious, you will dig deep into it, right? And then you learn 10 more words by that just one word, by following one word, right? So this happens. And for those who forget, if they are very determined and they are learning diligently, and then also they forget, I would say they have to keep on immersing themselves with this English language only, and they'll always have something in their bucket to say. If they forget certain word, they'll be able to gain another word, right? So there will always be something when you completely immerse yourself in English.
Yeah, my teacher only. I just want to reveal my teacher, ma'am. I just
Hmm.
want to just convey my entire message into this way, in a convenient way, without taking
Right.
burden of creating any statement. And I don't
Hmm.
want to fumble during creating any statement. I just want to be good at.
Hmm. And I
I
feel
hope
that you have incredibly improved. When I last met you, since then you have incredibly improved your communication skills, and you seem to me very confident now. If I compare you from the our previous conversation, so you seem to me very confident, and it's a universal truth that if you'll keep on practicing, you will get better. So definitely you'll reach that certain level if you'll keep on practicing. And I see that you take up conversation almost every day. So it's good.
yeah. As you mentioned, ma'am, like you love this conversation. So me too also. I love, conversation. This is called, recognitions of mine and you all,
Mhm.
right?
Definitely. And you challenge yourself. You don't even know who, like what kind of personality you're going to meet. So you're challenging yourself. And when you challenge, you get better.
Yeah. This is the way, you are going to develop your personalities, your experience level. You have to encounter the people
Hmm.
at
Right,
any
right,
level.
definitely. Yes. So Chandan, I feel that I've taken a lot of your time. So let's end up this call here. And it was really nice talking to you. And we can meet some other day, definitely. Right?
You, ma'am. Thank you. It's my
Oh, I
pleasure.
hope you also enjoyed.
Of course, ma'am. This is my desire to connect with you again. Really.
I'm so glad and so grateful. Okay, then. Have a good day ahead and wish you very happy Holi.
Thank you, ma'am. You too. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.